T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
We are idiots, bro.
Right. That is right. I always forget to take that off, but we are here. We are live. Of course, none other than the Salt Shakkas are here. Now, normally, this isn't an NXT recap show. We do that on Thursday nights. Mm-hmm. But we are here to talk about Miz and Mrs. Now, we normally are breaking down shows, but on Tuesdays we come together and, we like to talk about something. We like to change up the pace a little bit.
We do.
And I think it's good because it gives everybody something more to watch than just in-ring wrestling. We actually get pure stories. Mm-hmm. Cynthia, what did you think about tonight's episode?
I thought that Maurice was going to beat the hell out of Mike. I really thought she was, but that did not transpire. I think she really gave him a death stare. And I thought it was a really, really good episode. We had a black eye involved. Thought maybe Miz would have a matching one too.
That was awful. I was scared. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna get into that a little more, but I was scared. I ain't even gonna lie.
Because what was happening? What was she doing? Like, what is going on?
And to be honest, that's normally how it happens. Like when the parents aren't there, the kids decide to just
all kind of crazy. When you have the grandparents at that,
yeah.
Sometimes grandparents, they don't really necessarily try to. Well, they try to do their part with, handling the kids and everything like that. But it's not really much you can really do when your kids run wild. No, Terry, pun intended.
And this is news to me, non-related to Miz and Mrs. though. Bobby says he's happy for his favorite Layla Gray, who is getting an opportunity to wrestle for the TBS Championship.
Yeah, that's happening tomorrow at Blood and Guts. It just got announced. Bobby just tagged us in there on Twitter.
Yo.
It just got announced. So it's happening tomorrow. Central time for us because we're still here in Tuesday, and you guys on the East Coast are there in Wednesday. But yeah, it's just got announced that Layla Gray will be facing Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship. And I know for a fact that the Dynamite Dolls are definitely going to dive into how that match is going to go and transpire. It's kind of a shocking that she would.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah.
Dang, that's
really big for her though. Like that's very unexpected.
Random?
Though.
Yeah, it's not random, but it's like
it's a shocker. It's like,
Well, maybe you won't get our opinions on it, but We'll be there
Maybe on
watching.
Twitter. Maybe you'll see us on Twitter. We'll post it
Yeah.
on Twitter. You get our opinions.
Could you imagine us joint live tweeting?
For blood and guts?
I'm
here for all of the blood.
Like just doing a whole like thread. Would be crazy.
What's back and forth for
back and forth.
Oh, that'd be cool. I think we should do that.
That would be cool. I think that actually is.
Here are the songs we're doing on our personal page, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, because I feel like
I can't be chaotic on Women's Wrestling Talk page.
We almost did today a little bit with the whole Chelsea Green thing.
Yeah. Shout out Chelsea. I feel like I've been talking to her like all day, and it's so weird because I literally made a tweet, and I was just like, every day I wake up and I say, "What would Chelsea do?" and then I make decisions. And we were talking about it, and I was like, "You need a shirt that says what would Chelsea do?" Because Al was like, "You need to tell her to make a shirt." She laughs at me, so I laughed too, ha ha ha, you know, Chelsea Green. And then she comes in. If you didn't watch the show earlier, All Things Indie, they were showing Chelsea some love from XPW. I thought she got robbed, honestly. With that being said, she comes in and she has some comments. And I mean, literally the whole spectrum of the host over on the women's wrestling side just popped. Me, I had to be a little shady because I know, listen, Chelsea Green on the internet is not Chelsea Green, you know, the nice and lovable. And of course, Santana had to put her 2 cents in it. We also had Ella and Mika and Katrina and Emily and TK also jump in and say some few things too. So it was fun. And all seriousness, thank you, Chelsea Green, for showing so much love. It's almost like almost every week Chelsea is showing us love. We also, before we get into this episode, Santana has posted some amazing photos from the Savannah Evans and Alicia Edwards match as well. Now, that match itself is available for, oh my God. Yeah, we were talking about amazing Canadians. Here are WWE. I'm reading it. Here are WWT. Y'all, we've been in a business meeting since 7:00 with
really
our CEO, and
it's been nothing but laughter.
She's the funniest person in the world, honestly, in North America, definitely.
Well, not even trying. She's the funniest Canadian I know.
She's the funniest Canadian I know. But that match between Savannah Evans and Alicia is available exclusively for Impact Plus members. I'm a member, so I get to watch it. However, I'm going to be a little nice. Now, you did get photos from Santana. I will be dropping the actual match itself on Saturday. So I'm going to wait for everyone to actually be able to have access to it before we give you any spoilers, tell you who won. But the photos don't spoil anything.
No.
There's an amazing shot that Savannah got where Alicia literally smacks the taste and spit out of Savannah Evans' mouth. Literally, you can see the spit in the photo. I didn't even know she got that photo. Crazy. The match took place before Slammiversary, but we're not here to talk about that. We'll talk about Impact on Thursday, of course. But before we get into that, I have to say this because, listen, we will be doing it. We have made a decision, okay? We will be doing an Against All Odds post-show on Friday night. It will be proceeding following after the SmackDown and AEW Rampage show. Now, Santana's going to be wrapping that show up. I already know. And then Against All Odds will be just another hour as well. And then on Saturday, Money in the Bank post-show. The Salt Shakkas will be there. Listen, you might see some surprises. I don't know what they got going on in the back. Everyone fishing for a spot, it seems like, for Money in the Bank. And listen, the Salt Shakkas, we already there. We not climbing the ladder.
Money in the Bank match.
We not climbing no ladders. We're not doing that. We the Usos to the game at this point. Okay? So you'll definitely see.
Does that make TK Roman?
Yeah. Yeah, she's Roman. She's Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
She is. We said this before.
Yeah, but now I think about it.
No, she is. And you never know who could pop up. Pop up. TK, the CEO of Women's Wrestling Talk herself, might actually pop up. Who knows? But Saturday, she gonna what?
She'll be popping up a lot, actually.
She will. She will. After this announcement you make at Money in the Bank, I can't wait for it. But with that being said, the post show for Money in the Bank is Saturday night, 11 p.m. Central Time. So if you're on the, I can't never say it, PST time, you are going to see us at 9:30. If you're on Eastern Time, that's going to be a little later, 12:30. I think I said the meeting. Never mind. That's a whatever. I think I gave the wrong time. But anyway, it doesn't matter. With that being said, 11:30 Saturday. You want to come because honestly, it's going to be the last time you see Santana for a very long time. A very long time. I think, I don't know. Oh, dang. Okay, before one last thing. Yes, there were 3 women's matches on AEW Dark tonight. We did post those on our page.
We about to be in another meeting for 3 hours.
Godly. You got this woman over here. You got this woman over here.
You said it. It was you this time.
It was me this time.
It was
not a long time. A week to me is a long time. I'm still gonna talk to her. Y'all just not gonna have her. And she'll be in the comments having fun. But let's get into tonight's show because wanted to give you guys that rundown because of course, listen, we go an hour every show. And sometimes, with Miz and Mrs., 21 minutes of a show that doesn't include commercials, it's a lot. But here we are. Now, we start off the show. The kids are running around crazy. Maurice is trying to get breakfast going. And there's just toys everywhere. Just everywhere. Could you live in a house of clutter like that from kids?
No.
Absolutely not.
I know what there is. Immediately.
Every day?
Immediately.
Did your daddy beat your ass?
Immediately.
When your dad beat your ass, did you cry?
My daddy never, but I did not cry. I'm just saying, like, every day. In the kitchen? Why are you in the kitchen with toys? Especially
when you have a playroom.
Maurice in there with heels on and y'all playing with flour.
It was
How
sad.
did flour get out?
Now y'all know I always bring my notes here every week, always from my job. And I have a quote that I wrote. Literally, this is from Choice Hotels. Thank you for the scrap paper. I literally wrote down a quote that Maurice said that I thought was very important, that I feel like a lot of parents actually feel, honestly. She said, I love my kids. I love my life, but I need a break.
Yeah.
Now, we don't have kids, but even without that, I don't want them. Even without that, I just wanted to put that out there. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm 30 years old. I don't.
Well, listen, I got a lot left in the tank before I hit 30. So
no, you do. You do.
I got a few more years up under before I get there.
Talk about it.
I'm Maurice too, but Bobby, I don't know, Dan. I kind of got to look at you side eye when you tell me you like toxic attraction, but
wow,
I don't know what it is, Bobby. I mean, I thought it was really cool, but you start talking you like toxic attraction. I'm about to look at you funny.
Well, you're good in my book, Bobby. You love Trey, so there we are.
You can't use Bully Club on Trey. He's not a part of that.
He's not, but
no.
I don't look. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Here at Women's Wrestling Talk, I feel like the Salt Shakers and Bobby, we're the Bullet Club. We are the Bullet Club. So sometimes when I do this just for Bobby, honestly, like half of the time when you see me hit the screen, Santana hasn't been doing it lately, but she only does it when it's literally pertained.
Yeah, if it pertains to somebody,
I'm gonna tell y'all now on Thursday night, she ain't gonna be hitting that, but we'll get into that Thursday night.
We're not gonna start early. It's Tuesday. 2 more days. Okay.
Woo.
I'm just be happy to see that man on my screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Yeah.
He ain't gonna that bad. You know who need to go down them damn kids? Because I would be beating their ass all over through the damn house immediately. Like as soon as I bet. So this
instead of whooping the kids,
nope.
Maurice says, let's plan a trip. Let's do something. Let's get out of here. Let's take, even if it's just down the road, no matter, where we go, let's plan a trip. Now, the problem is honestly, Miz is in literally the middle of one of the biggest deals of his life. Now, if you watched before, and I'm still new, like I said, I'm new to the consistency. This man loves fantasy football just as much as wrestling, I feel like.
I have no idea.
And
he's always in trouble for fantasy football.
It's always something. They showed a clip from about 3 years ago where, it was the same issue and she was upset. Obviously not too upset. She's still with the man. So it hasn't really came, in between their relationship. But I want to know, would that be an issue if your husband, was obsessed with or, had an addiction to fantasy football? Or would you join in, or would you try to learn the ins and outs of it and kind of make it a thing?
So I think for me, I would try to want to sit there and learn it and understand why he likes it so much. But in reality, this gives me time to go to sleep and be by myself, because that means that you're occupied and you're distracted. So then when you lose all your goddamn money, I'll be waking up from a nap feeling refreshed.
Bobby says he would join. I personally would as well, because I'm very competitive, as you guys know. And I love sports. I can literally watch any sports. I can watch tennis. I can watch hockey. I can watch college. I don't care what it is. I will sit there and watch it, even if I don't know anyone. I'm one of those type of people. Like, I used to watch a lot of basketball, but then when me and my ex, when me and my ex weren't together anymore, it kind of, I know.
I'm getting a story from Nikki.
Almost said the word.
Only on Miz and Mrs. when you get a reality TV story. This is the confessional right now.
I had to pause for a minute. I watched one episode of Basketball Wives last night.
Listen, that word
that was our thing. We used to watch basketball all the time, professional, college, whatever. So I really once we were, done, I went back to wrestling, to be honest. Like, I was just like, well, that's kind of my thing. I've been missing out, but I'm very competitive and I love the sport. And I actually honestly want someone to teach me the game of fantasy football, because I just feel like there's a lot of money in it. And there's
a lot of, wins and losses. I mean, I can use that same scenario with the whole anime thing. I wasn't into anime all my life. I mean, I watched some few things, but it wasn't anything that I was obsessed with or anything like that until I got with my last boyfriend. He was big anime person, and he got me into anime. And I mean, it just stuck because I was just well, might as well sit here and watch and learn some stuff, since there's people that are here that I do not know, but I think he's cute, so I'm going to watch because he's on here. And all I do was find all the cute boys, all the cute anime boys, and if I think they're cute, then I'll watch the show because of them. But I also will watch and pay attention to the storylines as well. So
I will say I do enjoy. We have a wrestling group, and there's 2 other guys in there, Jalen and Jamari. And I will never forget one night we were in the room, and I was the only one there that didn't know anything about anime. And they know. I'm talking about, they were at it, and I was very adamant about their passion, and I wanted them to continue on. And so I've watched, me and Santana.
Man, I had Nikki watch an episode, and Nikki was like, "Oh, let's get this shit going."
Let's go.
I can
Let's go. And I think it goes back to Ms. and Mrs. because it surprises me that Maurice, since they are together, they kind of, she hasn't really gotten into it, but that could change. I mean,
she's probably busy. She has a lot of the things that she's doing and taking care of too. So, I think just the one time, I think that Mike could have put that aside to want to spend time with his wife. I mean, she's at home a lot. She's handling the kids. She's handling other businesses and stuff like that of that nature. Yes, he's handling his thing too, but it just takes a moment where you have to understand that at some point your wife does need a break. Both of you guys need a break from family life and remember what it was like when you didn't have kids, when it was just you two and stuff like that. That's how you keep your marriage going a lot. That's how you keep the spark inside of your marriage and things like that. I don't know anything about marriage. I've never been married before. So I mean, I'm just saying, like this goes in with the relationship too. Like if you do have a kid, with your significant other and whatnot, you want to be able to get a moment where you can at least have, family who wouldn't mind babysitting, your kid or kids or whatever, and allow you to go and really enjoy each other for once in a lifetime, you know what I'm saying? But you do have some family members who just like, look, you lay there and you had it. I'm not watching no kids.
Yeah.
You gotta take them things with you or find a babysitter. And a lot of times you can't trust no babysitters, and sometimes you can't trust your family members either. So
that's true. Luckily, Miz and Maurice, they have George and Marjo, who did keep the children. And I mean,
they kept them all right.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say. Like, I honestly we'll get to that a little later because that was actually we can talk about it now. Before they get settled in and everything, and then Maurice checks her phone a little bit, and tries to see what's going on. And am I echoing?
No.
Oh, and next minute, George and Marjo calls, and then it's like, oh, Monroe got a black eye. And it's like the worst thing that can happen when you're on a trip as a parent is to get a call from the people who are watching your kids that something bad has happened. Now, luckily, from the pictures we saw, it wasn't as bad as I thought.
And I let Neosporin could do.
Yeah, and we saw Marjo. We heard Marjo say, she was jumping around like how you do in the ring. I thought that was hilarious because Miz literally was in the ring last night, literally jumping around.
Literally. So it's all the same thing. The only difference is Miz just doesn't have a black eye. But I mean, hey, it says she's a tough girl and everything seems to be all right. And then after that, I mean, Miz was trying to find that red outfit that Maurice had packed and said what she was going to wear for the trip.
What happened?
I mean, she found it, but she also lost Biz in the process. But I mean, even before that, they went on a wine tasting and everything like that because that's what they wanted to do. They went to a wine tasting because I mean, Maurice, like she said, she's French, but they're not really the best at knowing which wine is which. So they always go to one of these little winery taste testers, like they always. I don't know the actual name of it, correct terminology, but I know they have a lot of wine distilleries, something like that. I don't know. Yeah,
they went to the vineyard.
Yeah, so it's always a bunch of different wine. I say tasting events that they have, like all over, and they got on a canoe too, right?
They did, and then we'll get to that in just a second. Now, before the call and before they even get settled in, they're on the road, and of course, Miz actually gets his first call, right? He gets a call, he ignores it, and then they go into this talk that I was so intrigued by because I never knew this. They started showing old clips of them, and I noticed that they they said something that he would hide their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So they hid their relationship from WWE for a very long time, which I thought was pretty interesting, to be honest. And then they give a story of how when she got in the car with him and they went back to his place and she ended up, sleeping on the couch, and he did this thing, the psst, psst, trying to get her attention and trying to, as he said, lure her to his cave. And I just thought, I honestly, like, seeing them have that, I just thought that was absolutely, like, I don't know. I really thought it was just so sweet and just so genuine, their relationship. Now we don't have cameras in their house. We don't know what's going on. But from what we've always seen from Miz and Mrs. Well, Miz and Maurice during their time of their relationship in and out of the ring, it's always felt so genuine. And I know this is random, but the seat covers, the green in the car, everything. I couldn't even stop looking, honestly.
It was nice. I mean, for them to like keep their relationship secrets, pretty much the reason. Well, him to keep their relationship secrets, the reason why I never even knew they were together until they both had came out. They did I think it was the first time I actually saw them on screen together, like actually being husband and wife. Oh, it's when I found out Maurice was pregnant. I had no idea that they had gotten married, that they were even in a relationship or anything of that nature. I never knew. And I was like, wow, because on on TV, they always hated each other. They had a lot of similarities with each other. He was a douchebag. She was a you-know-what. And it just seems like they were both like that couple who was just like, he was a jock and she was like the head cheerleader or something. And they just meshed with each other. They were both mean to everybody and did not care. But I mean, seeing them outside of the ring, I think is great, to be honest. I mean, hey, who knows? Maybe baby number 3 will come out the way.
I don't know. I honestly think that they just complement each other very well, honestly. And I thought it was very important for Miz to share the reasoning behind the whole fantasy football thing when he showed that picture of his dad's face. And I don't know what it is. I'm gonna be honest, Miz. Every week we do this show, somehow you get me to get on your side about everything. I don't know if it's just my love for Miz over the years, but I'm always on his side, literally, always. And the importance of him wanting to get that title, I
just want y'all to see this foolishness.
Why he got a crack phone though?
I have absolutely no
idea.
Girl,
why am I just now seeing that?
This is
that's ghetto.
Child, it's suppressing.
Y'all got too much money.
Child, I don't care nothing about it.
He probably don't. And child, it looked like an old phone.
Look how it's flipped to the back though.
Girl, it got the button in the middle. Well, I thought it was sweet though. You don't like the title? Oh wow.
He always listen. Every week is George, but he the one time that it's about Barb, he's complaining. Me. It's always you, George.
It is.
Hello, it's always you. You are always getting the attention. And when it came to be Barb's week, you were just being a crybaby.
Bobby said he's on Marie's side. I can see that. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. Listen, they're both winners in my eyes. But this moment right here, baby.
Phone was upside down.
They were cracking me up because they were so wind out. 2 winos. He said he was it Frank? Was it Frank? I can't get the pronunciation, but it's like France with an ED at the end. Frankened. He kept saying they were frankened. They were so frankened. And it was just the funniest thing. Then they find this damn boat. Now, let me tell you, I personally, the way Maurice was dressed, if I was dressed like that, I would not have gotten in that boat.
Look at that jacket.
She's everything. When I tell you, she better post. Well, she probably posted this a while ago, but
She probably did, but still, like it's just
we show her a lot of love on Turmeric and Glam.
we do.
Only category that I think she's never made is gym hobbies.
Yeah, she doesn't. We don't really see Maurice in the gym.
She's even made gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made gear of the week. She's made selfie queen, feeling myself, glam special.
Now, who Canadian?
Maurice is.
She was born there.
She's French Canadian.
Oh, okay.
So TK, you're only gonna come in here every time we talk about a Canadian. You need to be in these comments having a conversation now. This gonna be you next week. So ain't no.
I'm gonna get a Michael Scott since I'm wearing his shirt. TK, I hope you're ready. I'm telling you now, I hope you're ready. Because we finna get into some things. But yeah, I thought it was cute. I thought the whole trip to the vineyard was cute. They were in Santa Ynez. I think I said that right. California.
You better be ready.
Our CEO been cracking us up all day. This was before the whole boat incident. Baby, they was acting like they knew what was going on. Now, let me tell you something. Her pronunciation of the wine, top tier. You would have thought she was really a wine connoisseur. Are you, now I know you don't, I know you're more straight edge, but you don't touch the wine either?
The only wine I had was church. That's the only one I ever had was church. So I don't know anything about wine. The only one I know is from like when my cousin posts on Instagram. Yeah, and a lot of people have been on this Taylor Port wine that's sweet, and it gets you real. What's the term? What's the correct terminology? What's the Canadian terminology? Frisky.
So I think on wine you just get a little like buzz, but I think it's more of a like elegant.
Well, it's like a sensual type.
It's but it depends on what you drink, because if you're drinking you're supposed to drink it like you're supposed to base it off of what you're eating, and a lot of people don't understand that. Like me, I'm more of a Pinot Grigio. Well, not now, but I'm more of a Pinot Grigio. And I like Chardonnay. I like more bland, more dry wine, white wines. But a lot of more people, they like more of the, white wines and stuff.
Like red wines, like red wine with like steak.
Yeah.
Like, I guess filet mignon.
Yeah.
They like, little stuff like that. Don't ask me how I know. I watch a lot of movies. Okay.
Well, you drink wine based upon, I'm sure TK is going to talk about this show.
Yeah, this would have been a great episode.
This would have been a great for TK. I wish you would just
probably got a whole wine collection going on.
I wish you would just pop in right quick.
I mean, she could pop in. But she's here, but she's sitting at her desk, like communicating with us.
That beautiful house in the back, honey.
I mean, child, the books. Ooh. I don't know if she even read them, but
for COVID, yes, girl.
Great.
We love to see it. We're negative. I think TK just got her results back, y'all. We waiting all day.
We're negative too.
We are.
I'll tell you that much,
baby. But let's get to it, because this is, child. Listen, it's bad time, and no one knows how to caress their woman like Miz. I honestly listen. That man could have stayed gone for 30 minutes. Honestly, like. This would have got me. I would have. He wouldn't. I am a simp.
You are easily to be persuaded,
baby. He wouldn't even had to join me. Okay, I would have. Oh, child. I love it.
This is the bare minimum. I could make this myself.
But would you have thought he was up to something?
Of course. Because what do you don't do this at home? I know you're trying to spice it up a little bit here because you want to be distracted. So
yeah.
And plus, I already know what you got going up in your sleeve anyway. You can't really get nothing.
I think she knows what season. Come on now, it's easy to figure out when fantasy
He's
football.
ignoring his phone calls.
He is
acting strange. He was texting somebody when she walked in. Trying to put his phone away. He wasn't.
She didn't think he was cheating. I don't think. Child, I don't think he would ever honestly step out. But listen, some of the best
in the headlock. Okay, Marja will put that man in the headlock.
I think she honestly would get like someone to rough him up. To be honest.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. But we did see him leave as she got into the shower, got into the bath. She's enjoying her dessert. She's enjoying the ambiance. 10 minutes, 15 minutes passed by. He done went downstairs, then asked these folks at the front desk. Now, he would have been mad at me. Let me tell you something. Because one thing that we don't have in my hotel is a business center. We don't do that. Okay, we don't have one. They would have had to go somewhere else. He would have had to go to a public library or something else because, and you're not going to tell me, let me just say this. Whoever is working in production, that hotel also didn't have a business center because, baby, that's not what a business center looks like.
Well, he said they had a complimentary laptop.
Baby, that was put up by production.
That was used for one person at a time.
It was used for one person, and that was me. They put that lady right there. They had that lady sitting to give us a little drama to make it seem like this man was gonna miss out, and did nothing happen. Like,
this was no time for them to call upstairs.
Child. Well, I think that man at that desk just pulled out his laptop and somebody from production was like, we just gonna use this because I was laughing the whole time. I'm not even gonna lie. This man took the ice like he was going to get ice. Now what's crazy?
He didn't get no damn ice.
He didn't even get no ice. What's even crazier is that they ended up calling her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my thing is, why would y'all call him? I mean, why would y'all call the room? Mm-hmm. Dry snitching. Just dry snitching. I feel like everybody just against Miz at this point. Mm-hmm. Because what did the front desk have any business doing calling? And for those that don't know, I say it often, but I do work front desk at a hotel. That's my job during the day. And then, we come and do this during the night. But still we still do stuff during the night. I guarantee if you see anything posted on Twitter and Instagram, it's literally the Salt Shakkas. Literally. If you all the stuff that you've seen today, besides the video clip, we'll talk about a little later because we just made a big announcement about the news that will be coming back. But child, listen, if I know anything about working front desk, I know that you need to learn how to mind your business. Now, whoever called and spilled the beans,
that was that man at the front desk.
Fired.
That was the same man that he walked in there asking for the password. He thought maybe, Maurice would be wanting to use the password upstairs, so that's why he called so that he can give her the password too, just in case she needs to use. Listen.
That's bull.
How?
I ain't buying that.
Listen. He just trying to make sure that
right.
Okay, well, Miz was asking for the Wi-Fi login password. Okay, cool. He got that, so he was like, you know what? Let me make sure that the wife has it too because maybe she's been trying to use it too. So boom, there you are.
It's funny you bring that up because when I'm checking in people, I try to tell people the amenities. Mm-hmm. But Wi-Fi is the one thing that I sometimes forget. And people will call down to the front desk.
See?
And they will say, we thank Bobby, thank you so much. Because honestly, we are the greatest motherfucking tag team in women's wrestling talk history. Really? Okay, I want you to know. We will go down in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
You here for that?
Honey. Listen. But no, I do. I forget to tell people the Wi-Fi passcode. And so they'll call and they'll ask. Now, we don't have a passcode for the Wi-Fi. My boss, funny story, he believes that people won't log in who aren't at the hotel, and they'll be trying to type a password in the whole time instead of just putting no password and hitting log in. So there's no password, you just hit log in. And if you, I don't know, when we set up the Wi-Fi, I thought it was actually I'm like, that's crazy because no one would actually think to just hit log in, right? It makes my job so much easier, honestly.
My point stands with all
but
of
one thing I'm not going to do is if someone comes down to ask for the password, I'm not going to call the room and say, you know what? He had somebody or they had somebody with them. Let me make sure they get the passcode too. And let me hit 0 and just ruin it for them because they might be sneaking and geeking.
Well, my point still stands.
And your point is valid. Points were made. And I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. But he gets back to the room and Maurice just calls him out. She just, that's it. You know? Yeah. They called, made sure you had the Wi-Fi because you was downstairs on the computer. And that man was caught red-handed. But he was doing, I still feel like Miz just got caught up doing a greater good, honestly.
That man got caught up spending time with his wife to do fantasy booking. He knows from previous conversations and in the past how it makes Maurice feel in regards to when they're trying to spend time with each other. Yeah. And the majority of the time when fantasy football comes along, he just doesn't know how to just put it aside for a second.
For
one night, your wife is asking you to just be there with her and enjoy you guys break for just one day. That's all she's asking for. But she couldn't even get that because you're still focused on trying to score a big deal or whatever. Yes, he came clean about it, but he should have came clean from the jump. There he go, lying again and keep the things to himself. And then here we go. Maurice could have did another prank on his little stupid self. This season is all about Miz keeping things away from Maurice and Maurice still finding out. At the end of the day, no matter how many times you try to keep things away from people, it's always going to come out.
And from my understanding, we might have a little right at 5 episodes left, or maybe a little more. It might go to 12. We will be here for the rest of, this month is over, but we'll be here for the rest of, we'll get to that a little later. But we will.
We might.
She did.
Now, where were you when we was talking about us being the greatest tag team? Sick of it. I'm gonna come knocking your door in a minute.
But this is how Miz ended up.
He has great legs.
That man got get out my head, girl.
He has great eyes.
That man has some legs. That man got some Ace Austin legs, baby.
Yeah, because Ace Austin does have some nice legs. Chris Bay got some nice legs.
Superior. Now they ended up they went to dinner. They ended up having a private dinner that they actually didn't agree that they declined at first because he thought he wasn't gonna have enough time, but he had to make it up to Maurice some way, somehow. And sometimes you just asked out,
Literally.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this out because I ain't finna keep looking at that woman husband legs. Now, were you surprised to see them at the dinner?
No, you gotta make it up some way.
Yeah.
You gotta make it up somehow, some way. And even still then, she threw something at him because he was just being the Miz, as always. But I just think that, this was sort of a nice way to conclude with their I guess I'll do it now. Whatever.
Oh wow. We're the bullet for women's wrestling talk.
We are. That's why TK was confused earlier. I'm gonna be on TK for the rest of the week, just so she know that. I'm just gonna come knock in the room every day. This is coming in the room.
She's over here clipping. She's over here clipping. Okay, who got the best legs? No, listen, TK, if you, because I'm sure you don't, but if you know who Ace Austin is, he's married to Gia Miller. And well, I don't know if they're married. They might be married. I think they're married, but they date or whatever. Well, they're together. And the boy got some thighs on him. Like, he got some like cornbread fed thighs on him. Like, it is bad.
I don't know what his like workout routine is.
It's bad, baby. You know how some people be top heavy, baby. He bottom heavy. Like it's like his
under thighs,
baby. And I'm talking about she be getting some good videos of him too. But that was the episode.
Well, no, they came home. Remember after they had the that's part. So after they had the dinner and everything, they did come back home to the kids running around once again. Finally got to see Monroe's black eye kind of simmer down a little bit and calm down. And they had everything kind of just went back to normal to next week, where we're finally going to be able to go to Monday Night Raw for an episode of Miz and Mrs, where Maurice said she got a phone call and said how they wanted to come be on the show with Mike. But she's a mom now, so it's like she's taking away time from her kids to come and be on Monday Night Raw just to kind of like be a part of the promo with Edge and Belle Phoenix and stuff like that. So I mean, it's always I feel like next week's episode is gonna be really good because we're definitely gonna I hope that we really do get some nice backstage footage of preparation and things like that, because a lot of times in their episode we do get that.
Yeah, because you're just gonna be watching.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be watching. I won't be here, but I'll just be watching. I was just saying we for right now because I am here.
I will cancel that show next week. and I
TK is not gonna let that happen. Clip that.
Clip that is crazy.
TK is not gonna let that happen.
Clip that is crazy. I'm very excited about. I literally watched this episode 3 times, and every time I got to the ending, a customer came. Literally. Every time
get canceled.
Y'all just oh my god. That's not even a word. KXL is crazy.
It's Canadian.
Is that Canadian?
It's Canadian.
What is KXL?
It's canceled.
Oh right. That's y'all got some crazy slang.
Ooh.
That is just I don't know. But it is gonna be a good episode. I hope the TK is watching because I will have my notes. So, and I've seen you on them post shows. So we're gonna watch Impact together as a whole.
I think I'm gonna come to the chat like, did you see that, TK?
Baby, I'm sending TK my Impact Plus on top of the stream. Hello. I'm gonna set it up for TK. I'm gonna have a watch along just for TK. Okay.
That's gonna be hilarious.
Baby,
I'm really excited to see how these post shows are gonna go next week. I'm thoroughly excited to see what you guys come up with. I'm thoroughly excited to see what's gonna happen on the writer side too. I'm ready to see everything. I'm ready to see how y'all hold it down.
Listen.
When the major player isn't here.
Okay, Matt Cordona. Calm down, because you're making me look like VSK right now.
Well,
calm down. But listen, we'll make it. We'll have fun. I will be stepping in as your editor-in-chief for next week, so make sure you check that out. I can't wait for Santana to see all.
I already told Nikki, if there ain't no damn pictures in the article, I'm spazzing on everybody. Immediately. I'm going to the chat. So y'all forgot.
Well, I haven't. Listen, I'm using. Oh, I can't even use the digital media. I can't even use the digital exclusive match in my recap.
You can.
I'm just gonna say check it out, but I'm gonna use your photos. I'm still gonna use your photos. And then we'll find some stuff. Don't worry, we got it. Listen, as long as they get published, and I have the right at names, which I think I have everyone's. It's not that many people. Never mind. I'm not gonna be shady. With that being said, let's give you a quick rundown before we get out of here. That part.
Yeah.
That part. I need you to put DAT. I need you to take that TH out. You need to replace that TH with a dat. Is that part? Not you shaking your head.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you and listen. The CEO and the senior writer have to come together.
Oh no, I'm EIC for that week.
Huh?
I'm EIC for that week.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna appoint someone as the senior writer for 1 week.
Casper.
Oh my god. Whew, probably TK. Honestly, I think TK is the best one. She's the best writer we got.
All right. You know, TK don't write anything. She already said it.
She doing. Listen, TK be up at like 2:00 in the morning, 4:00 our time, making sure all the streams are together. Okay, and doing what she do. I love TK because, baby, let me tell you something. Whew. There we go. There we go. Whew, there you go. You learned some American slang down south, zone 6. Come on now. That part.
Zone 6.
Zone 6.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Well, with that being said, before we get out of here, because we're going to clip it right at an hour. Santana has work in the morning, and me, I make my decisions based around Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green will go to the gym, so I'm going to the gym. That's just what it is. With that being said, today is already Wednesday. AEW Blood and Guts. Crazy. We have an announcement that was made by Bobby that was sent to us. And shout out to Bobby, because Bobby be on it. Do you hear me? Like every women's match that there is. I know Joseph probably sleep. Joseph is not in here tonight. He'll definitely be.
He'll probably be tomorrow and Thursday.
Yeah, I don't think Joseph really cares about Miz and Mrs.
He came in. He came in on our first episode.
He did. Like, he actually did. One day we're gonna have to meet Bobby. I'm gonna have to meet Bobby. Honestly, we've actually, for those that don't know, we've actually done a few rooms on Twitter Spaces with Bobby, so we've actually gotten to talk to Bobby and really tell him how much we really support. And thank you everyone who supports us. I know it gets late. We do late shows. We like to do the late shows. Honestly, we're up normally till about 2:00. Watching what we're doing. But with that being said, Wednesday night, AEW Blood and Guts. Jade Cargill will be defending her TBS championship against Layla Gray. I'm very excited to see how they spar them, together. I don't think Jade's losing. I don't think anyone's going to beat Jade at this point. But with that being said, do you have a prediction on that match since we won't be able to give it?
Jade, honestly.
Yeah. It's just it's so hard to beat. Like it's
there could be some distractions. I will say that.
I honestly think Layla's gonna get beat and then she's gonna become a baddie.
I mean, well, they are looking for another member.
They are
in the midst of Red Velvet.
They are.
But I mean, like, what happens?
Yeah, she got some prospects, but she got some prospects. I don't know.
Come as you are, congregation at that.
Listen, baby, you won't catch me in there.
I'd be in the baddie section.
I would. Listen. I wouldn't.
I would.
I leave it. I leave it. Listen, because I'll come to your spot and blow it up.
If it get me close to Chris Jericho, that's all that matters.
I'll come to your city and make it my town. Hello? But I wouldn't mind being close to Kiera Hogan.
I'll be backstage trying to find Chris Jericho.
But with that being said,
she might get music. She
better get an entrance.
She better get an entrance. Yeah. I don't know. You know how AEW likes to do sometimes. They'll go to commercial, she in a damn ring, Jade Cargill coming out.
Speaking of that, I ain't see Indy Hartwell get a entrance tonight either.
Yeah, she had one.
She did. It was before the commercial.
Yeah, she got some new music too, though. She does.
with that being said,
Mhm.
on Thursday, Creek Squad is back in full effect. I heard that Faye will be live from Jamaica and they will have 2 special guests. So make sure you tune into that. But before that, of course, Katrina and Stephanie will be breaking down all things NXT and NXT UK. And then who else? The Salt Shakers will close out Thursday night with all of our predictions and all of our predictions for Against All Odds. And then, of course, we will be giving all of the rundown because Trey Miguel and Chris Bay are in a number 1 contenders match, Fatal 4-Way against Laredo Kid and Steve Macklin. And guess who was at the show? Me. Now, they haven't released what they're doing. You say what?
So guess who was not there? Me.
Oh,
I'm so sad.
I don't know if they've actually announced. I know Jordan Grace and Savannah Evans will have a match, and there's also another women's match as well. I need to find the footage, but we'll have everything posted for you guys. We'll have everything posted. Reels will go up as well. I will focus on that tomorrow. Well, later today. And then on Friday. So Friday's a pretty stacked show. We're going pretty stacked into the weekend. Friday, you'll have SmackDown and Rampage with, of course, my tag team partner, and Stephanie will be joining her. And then following immediately after, because we have to do things separate over here, okay? Around 11:30, you will see the Against All Odds pay-per-view. Now, there's a chance that pay-per-view actually will still be running. So we'll keep you guys updated. That is absolutely right, Bobby. Giselle Shaw versus Rosemary is Thursday, too. Thank you so much. And shout out to Giselle Shaw. I know we gave her a shout out recently, but I'm very proud of her. And I actually spoke to her. It's an amazing moment, and it takes a lot of courage. And you have no idea who you can impact, no pun intended. And Bobby just simply says Trey Miguel. I don't want to. Y'all have no idea. Please, I want to take a moment to say support your wrestlers, buy their merch, but also, you know, Trey does a lot of shows, so make sure you're thinking about some of the things that we say online. You know, they're humans just like we are. Mental health is very important. July is Minority Mental Health Month awareness, so make sure you know we're just here at Women's Wrestling Talk. We want to encourage everyone to make sure that they're focusing on their mental health, because it's just as important as your physical and emotional health as well. Now, after Against All Odds, we will wrap that up. No show on Saturday morning anymore. That has been moved to Tuesdays. However, guess who you get Saturday night? The Salt Shakers. Now, we might have some guests ourselves. Who knows? I'm excited to see who decides to jump on board, because listen, we're going to shake it up, and we're going to throw some salt in there a little bit too. So Money in the Bank, 11:30 Central. Now, the pay-per-view will probably end before, but however, you know, we have other engagements and other things we have to prepare for too. And I like for Centen to at least get a little nap in if she can, you know, before everything's. We actually spent our Saturday last weekend watching movies together. We watched Joker Man, and we watched.
I see who was yelling at the screen.
Ooh, we watched this other movie called Paper Heart.
Listen, that movie.
Oh, listen. So me and Santana, we're not just like, when we say that, and I thought my signal went out. Lord, she does sleep.
Trust me, I do go to sleep. I do go to sleep.
But she has to get her nap.
Like, I want to give me a. Trust me,
yeah.
I'm in hibernation right now.
Yeah.
Like, I am hibernating. Right now. So that's like
at the end of the month,
I go to sleep. Because July 1st, please no.
Because we taking. No. But no, we're more than just a tag team. We spend normally, honestly, 24 hours together. We really do. We don't do just wrestling. You know,
We're the last two in Clubhouse right now, and guess what? We're going to go to sleep.
we're gonna go to sleep in Clubhouse with our phones on the charger. Because that's what we do. And with that being said, on Sunday, we will have Turnbuckle Glam. But I don't, we'll have Turnbuckle Glam. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to leave it at that. The rest of the week is as follows. I'm not making any announcements for next week. You will have to wait on Santana's big announcement on Saturday. I know everyone's been waiting on.
I've been throwing out hints, so
she has been.
About him.
But we are here now. So I just want to say, make sure you tune in. And yes, this match, you must got a fight. I have to wait to watch this match because I don't have Fight TV. But I heard it was really good and it will be available for everyone, I think, later on this week. So I'll catch up to some NWA as well. And then, it just is what it is. You know how we do. And is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, not really. I mean, I hope you guys continue to enjoy the rest of this month that we're about to be closing out. We got one more day left of June. And then we move over into Santana Appreciation Month, which starts on July 1st up until July 31st. So yeah, I mean, it's about to be real interesting. Saturday is going to be the start of everything. I'll tell you that much. It really is.
It will. And by the end of the month, y'all going to be sick of us. Because I'm going to tell y'all.
Yes, a month. TK. Santana Appreciation Month. Every day it's about me.
Oh, wow. Calm down. We are gearing up. Before we get out of here, we are gearing up for our first ever GCW show.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna try, and we talked about it in the room a little bit, but we really haven't talked about it. We're gonna try to do a GCW after show this month. Well, next month.
Mm-hmm.
At least one, because there's a lot going on. I really want to do the homecoming one that's in August. Because they're doing the Cordonas. They've invited the Cordonas back to renew their vows, and it's freaking awesome. I wish we were getting that. But we are going to our first GCW show, July 29th, and I'm very excited about that. We're also, I don't think we've even said it. We're going to Ric Flair's last match.
We are.
We're literally going to Ric Flair's last match.
Off the strength of a match.
One match. Now listen, I'm gonna be honest. They announced Josh Alexander. I was like, okay, cool. They throw Eddie Edwards in there. I'm like, all right. 20 minutes before tickets went on sale, the resale, they announced Deonna Purrazzo versus Rachel Ellering versus Jordan Grace, the champion. Sorry, I had a blank.
Wow.
I'm still all over that. Jordan Grace will be defending her Impact Knockouts World Champion. Now, when they said that, Santana was literally yelling in the chat and telling me to get up. And I don't know what it was, but I felt the vibrations, and I'm like, get up. I normally get up around 9 or 10 now. I got up. We instantly bought the tickets.
Literally.
Instantly. So I just want to say, no doubt. No, it was no doubt.
We got the premium. We got like the highest paid tickets that were there for the last match, which I thought maybe the last match would have been like a lot more.
No,
but it wasn't. So it's like I don't know.
They've expanded to the municipal, which is where I went for AEW.
Like I guess I want to say like on the floor on premium. Yeah. Like we got like the highest amount of tickets that they had for just this one match. So we're gonna be, and those are sold out. So they don't have any more of those. And their seasons
And
like
GCW only has 4th, 5th, and general admission.
Mm-hmm. So,
and we're second row to GCW. So,
well, we are.
Yeah, I checked today. Somebody asked me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember because first got sold out.
It did, so we are on second row.
Yeah, it's
not
literally
bad.
right there. We said third row for Slammiversary. It wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. But it's just
people standing up doing shit.
Like,
but we'll have all the footage for that, and I'm still fingers crossed. I want them on the last match. I would love if they put Trey Miguel versus Chris Bay. I just feel like that would be a stellar match, or throw Mike Bailey in there and make him defend against both.
Too. Well,
Ace Austin.
Ooh, 2 Bullet Club members facing each other.
I don't know. There was also something I was gonna say. Oh, and we possibly may go to our first New Japan show.
Yeah, it's up in the air right now.
Up in the air because we, Jay White would be the
base. I need to see more. I need to know who's there. Like, if Jay White is there,
automatic, we're buying the tickets. Like, no questions asked. As soon as he is announced for StarCast, as soon as he's on the card,
I give a damn where I'm sitting at. I'm here for
we don't care.
I'm here for the Switchblade.
We don't care. Because that's how we do. Y'all know, of course, the greatest tag team in women's wrestling talk history. I'm going to enjoy this week thoroughly because Santana is thoroughly the only person that I work with at Women's Wrestling Talk. Honestly, you don't catch me on anything else unless it's an interview or something, but I don't work with anyone else on this platform. And
so I'm look weird different on this side.
Why? No, because I'll be on,
depending on what side the name tags are.
It ain't one.
Oh, it's gonna get one be made.
Wow.
If you think there's not gonna be a name tag made, and you're gonna be on this, you're gonna be on my side. Description, please, TK. Remember.
Not TK gonna be doing descriptions next week. I'm already prepping mine for Turnbuckle Glam. She has no idea. Well, now she does, but I'll definitely be prepping mine. But before we get there, I do want to shout out TK because we have been talking, and we have some really big things coming up. And one thing about TK is she's always pushing the mold. And every single show, I feel like we just continue to push the mold on being the greatest and the best and the only women's wrestling talk and the number one women's wrestling talk on the planet. And we just honestly thank everyone for the support. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter we are exclusively live, if you don't know, here on Twitch. And I'm wearing my Twitch bracelet.
Girl, I thought you had a scab on your arm or something. You was from the scratch.
Oh my god, that's
awful.
I got my Twitch bracelet that I wear. I got it at the Ziggy Dice show. But again, you guys, thank you for rocking with the best. Of course, the Salt Shakers here exclusively on what is this? Of course, Bobby, number one. Boom. Exclusively here on Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the number one women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.